Welcome to Inside Town Finances. Inside Town Finances is a select board initiative designed to educate and inform the community about various topics related to municipal finance. Each volume of Inside Town Finances focuses on a specific topic. More detailed information about each topic can be found on the town website. This is Volume 7, Expenses. The chart on your screen shows the composition of the fiscal year 20 budget for the town of Hingham. Municipal services account for 25% of total expenses. Municipal service categories include general government, police, fire, public works, human services, and culture and recreation. Education services account for 52% of total expenses. Education service categories include regular education, special education, and vocational education. Shared services account for 23% of total expenses. Shared expense categories include debt service, principal and interest payments, employee benefits, and insurance. Allocating shared expenses to their respective municipal and education departments results in an apportionment of the town's total budget to be roughly 34% for municipal and 66% for education. Now let's take a closer look at each of these categories. The chart on your screen shows actual municipal expenses, those are the bars, and population, that's the line, for fiscal years 2011 through 2020. The left axis displays expense amounts, and the right axis displays town population. Between 2011 and 2020, Hingham's population increased by 2,238 residents, which is about an 11% increase. In that same time, municipal expenses increased by $6 million, or about 31%. This chart shows education expenses, the red bars, and enrollment, the line, for fiscal years 2011 through 2020. The left axis displays expense amounts, and the right axis displays school enrollment. The source for school enrollment data is the Massachusetts Department of Education and Secondary Education, or DESE. Between 2011 and 2020, Hingham Public School enrollment increased by 167 students, or about 4%. In that same time, education expenses increased by $18.7 million, or 53%. Here's a chart showing the composition of fiscal year 20 shared expenses. Benefits for both active and retired employees represent 62% of shared expenses. Between 2011 and 2020, benefit expenses increased by about 56%. Debt service, which is interest and principal payments on outstanding debt, represents 35% of shared expenses. Between 2011 and 2020, debt service expense increased by approximately 5%. The last category, insurance, represents about 3% of shared expenses. Between 2011 and 2020, insurance expense increased by approximately 92% due to additions to the town's asset base and insurance claims activity. That's a quick overview of town expenses. In upcoming series, we'll take a closer look at these different expense categories. This concludes Volume 7. Thanks for listening.